right. Am I next? Are you next?
I think you're next.
I'm next. Okay. Sorry. OpenAI. Well, oh no. We just did that one. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I don't know how to talk. I don't know what I'm doing. Ferrari.
The listeners are now. Wait, is
so sorry.
Adam an AI?
I'm so sorry
because he's just repeating things over
He
and
is.
over
Yeah.
again.
No, it's okay. We got this. So next up, Ferrari to accept crypto as payment for its cars in the U.S. Of course, Tesla did this a while back. It feels like a stunt to me, and it feels like a terrible, terrible idea because the valuation's all over the place still all the time. So I don't understand why anyone would ever do this. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So a couple of things here. First of all, I tagged this partly because there's a hook into an Atlanta company. So there's a line in here. Ferrari has turned to one of the biggest cryptocurrency payment processors, BitPay, which is Atlanta based.
Got it. Okay.
For the initial phase of the US, which will allow transactions in Bitcoin, Ether, and USDC, one of the largest so-called stablecoins. Ferrari might use other payment processors in different regions. Now, the other thing that made me kind of chuckle about this is that they said that they did this because they had overwhelming requests from their customer base, and that's why they went and did this. They sold 13,200 cars in 2022. How many people is overwhelming? Is it 10? Is it 20 people that said this? Because you only sold 13,000 cars. We're not talking like 500,000 cars.
No.
We're talking 13,200 cars.
Ferrari's they're a really interesting company. I've met some people that own them, and apparently you can't just walk into a dealership and be like, I want that one. You almost have to they force you to buy an entry level Ferrari.
Yeah.
And then you can buy the next better one. You have to literally work your way up to the fancy one. If you want to own a specific one, you have to go buy it aftermarket because you can't buy it from the dealer. It's wild to me. Like they're giving you permission to buy it. I don't.
I had heard something. There was some podcast I was listening to that said the exact same thing.
It's wild.
You can't just walk in and be like, I want, I got the money for the big fancy one. They'll be like, no, that's not for you.
No, that's not for you. No, they're gonna make you feel like Pretty Woman, like the store. They're like, no, that's not
huge mistake.
Huge mistake.
You get paid on commission, don't you? Huge mistake. And finally, X. No, I'm not gonna call it X. Twitter will start charging new users in 2 countries $1 per year. Now, here's the thing about this.
Okay, give it to me.
If he had done this in the beginning, I would have applauded it and said, this is a smart move.
Right.
Because here's the funny thing.
That's fair.
I've actually run events before that I wanted to run at free events. You know the problem with free events?
Nobody shows up.
Everybody signs up.
Nobody shows up. Yeah, that's right.
Because what's the cost to you to signing up? Nothing. And it's a placeholder of maybe I'll go.
Yep.
98% of the people don't go.
It's the beware of distant elephants mentality. You're familiar with that concept, the beware of distant elephants?
I don't know any distant elephants. I don't know that.
It's the concept of in the a distant elephant looks tiny. So you go, oh yeah, I can do that. No big deal. That's next May. Yeah, sure. I'm free. It's a distant elephant. But as the elephant gets closer, as you get closer to May, you're like, oh crap, there's that huge day-long event. And I've got these 14 other things to do. And it's that's the concept is as the date draws nearer, it becomes looming and imposing, and you realize, oh, I don't want to do that at all. I'm not going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So I've experienced that. I actually ran a free event, but then I did it as, hey, you got to pay $1. That friction of just pulling out your credit card and paying the $1 was enough to get, I think it was 100% of the people that signed up to show up. And I actually refunded all of their dollars because honestly, I didn't want their dollar. I just wanted people to signed up to show up.
Oh, that's so smart.
So here is the same exact mentality here. What they're doing is really identifying people and saying look, we want you to sign up, pay $1 to create that friction. Yeah. So you're not going to create thousands of bot accounts.
Right.
But we're also going to know who you are. I think it's a brilliant move. The problem is
nobody trusts
him. It's the 15th move that they've done after 14 dumb moves. and there's nobody left.
Well, and they've destroyed trust. That's the thing is
100%.
like I don't trust the platform enough to give it my payment information. I won't do it. And I think that's the problem with everybody is like they've eroded so much trust.
Yeah.
But had they done it first, oh yeah, all day long.
If they had done this first, even though paying for Twitter would have been like, I would have been like, but I would have looked at it and been like, $1? I'll do that.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. Yeah. And if that's going to help clean it up and not have all the garbage on there, totally worth $1.